Welcome everyone to SCI's press briefing. My name is Ulrika Lambert and I'm Senior Press Officer at Stockholm Environment Institute. Today we are proud to present the Fossil Fuel Atlas, which is a new tool that allows the public to see where existing and emerging fossil fuel extraction projects encroach on, for example, protected ecosystems. This will then be followed by an announcement from LEAP, a globally popular integrated tool for energy, climate mitigation and air pollution planning. And with this said, I will now give the word to Sivan Karta, who is Equitable Transitions Program Manager at Stockholm Environment Institute, US. Welcome, Sivan.
I'll be presenting the Fossil Fuel Atlas. This is a new project by Stockholm Environment Institute and the Institute for Governance and Sustainable Development and Global Energy Monitor. And the basic simple idea behind this project is that a picture is worth 1,000 words and a map even more so. People have always found maps to be extremely compelling ways to look at the world and to understand what's going on. And so we've taken this simple notion and created a tool to help people use maps for learning, for investigating, for sharing and communicating, and for influencing decisions specifically around fossil fuel expansion. It tends to be the case that people can be very much concerned and motivated by the impacts of fossil fuel expansion on their own local environments. Climate is obviously a concern, but impact locally has been something that has very much inspired people to action. The Atlas is being used in many ways now by various groups. One example that I'll give is of the group, the Stop ECOP Coalition. We worked with them to produce a number of maps, and those maps were extremely valuable for them in their own outreach and campaigning and policy engagement. We were able to provide maps for them that showed them in graphic form some fairly simple but fairly important points, such as that the pipeline that was being planned, the East Africa crude oil pipeline, it traversed a seismically active zone, increasing the potential risk of a pipeline disaster. It traversed tributaries to Lake Victoria, which is the source of hundreds of thousands of livelihoods. And it traversed internationally protected sites, for example, such as Ramsar wetlands. This was very important for the coalition. They ended up using this information in their approach to investing, potential investing partners that were considering the pipeline, who realized that the fact that the pipeline traversed protected areas meant it was against their own internal sustainability guidelines, and they ended up pulling out. So that's just one example of the way that it's been used to influence decisions. Overall, our goals are to help democratize data, to give easy access to curated, refined, regularly updated data. There's a tremendous amount of data up there that's largely only available to experts. And so we've made a platform that makes this available to everyone. We are empowering users by giving them a simple, easy to use GIS platform, a geographic information system platform, to help them explore, investigate, and learn and produce custom maps. We support their engagement of civil society organizations and other organizations by providing technical assistance to use the Atlas and make sense of the data. And we've provided this tool for supporting their communication and storytelling, generate informative maps, and to provide, produce compelling geo stories and dashboards and other ways of visually helping convert data into actual information and knowledge. The Atlas has been used for several publications at this point. It's helping to generate new knowledge, and it's being used in this sort of early pre-launch stage. It's already being used by a number of different close partners to support their own policy engagement and outreach and campaigning. Thank you, and feel free to contact us with any questions.
Thank you so much, Sivan. I will now leave the word to Charlie Heaps, who will present a bit about LEAP and the new news we have from this tool. Please, Charlie.
Hello, everyone. Glad to see so many people here. I want to tell you now about another software tool that's developed at SEI called LEAP, the Low Emissions Analysis Platform. So what is LEAP? LEAP is a software tool for long-term integrated energy, climate mitigation, and air pollution planning and analysis. It's a tool that's been developed over a very long period at SEI over the last 40 years. And I think it's no exaggeration to say that at this point it's become maybe the world's most popular tool for climate planning. LEAP has thousands of users in almost every country, and many countries have used it to help develop their climate plans. We know that at least 60 countries have used it to help develop their NDCs, but it's also very widely used for other climate planning purposes. For example, long-term climate strategies, BTRs, things like that. LEAP is a scenario-based modeling tool. So it's a tool that's used to explore alternative futures and to look at the implications of implementing different policies. So it's a very practical tool to help countries explore what might be the emissions, costs, and resource implications of addressing climate policies. It's been very widely used at different scales. Most people are using it at the national scale, but it also has been very widely applied at smaller scales, cities, provinces, but also sort of the multi-country scale, and so even a few applications have been global. It's very much an integrated planning tool, so it does cover all sectors of the economy, and it covers all greenhouse gases, all short-lived climate pollutants, and it can also be used to look at local air pollutants. In terms of sort of how it's used, it's not just a tool for modeling. It's what we call a decision support system. So it supports all of the other sort of tasks that have to be accomplished as part of climate planning. So data management, documentation, results visualization, and it can even be used to help the people developing plans to actually go and engage with the stakeholders who are interested in implementing those plans. LEAP is known for its ease of use. Climate planning is not a simple task, but the idea behind LEAP is to sort of take that relatively complex task and make it as easy to do as possible. So we've been trying over many years to develop something that's very broadly accessible. So something that's not used just by very technical modelers, but something that can actually practically be used by governmental planners, and really with a particular focus on developing countries and making a tool that can be used by them so that they don't have to be so dependent on outsourcing their climate planning to consultants from maybe the global north. LEAP does very closely follows standard methodologies and reporting standards. And it does give users easy access to sort of the technical data they need to accomplish climate planning. So it has some very easy links to a very wide set of international data sources. And I'll just very quickly mention also that LEAP includes an optional module called IBC, which stands for the Impact Benefits Calculator. And that's a widely used tool that can be used to calculate the health co-benefits of climate action, helping to abate air pollution, which can be a very interesting way of helping countries see the benefits of taking climate action. And that particular module has been very widely applied in projects supported by the Climate and Clean Air Coalition, the CCAC. So that's the sort of the background on what LEAP is overall. I do want to just quickly mention that in this year, in 2024, we've released a really major update to LEAP that's really sort of trying to take it to the next level of helping countries to do climate planning. It has some new modeling capabilities, for example, full energy system optimization modeling, which is really important for helping countries think about really sort of deep decarbonization pathways. But the new version also has some other major features. I'll just mention a couple of them. So one is this new cloud data server that really simplifies getting access to good quality data for countries. We've added energy affordability analysis, which is a new way of studying the affordability of different pathways, which is really important for looking at sort of the practicality of pathways from the perspective of, are they going to be affordable by marginalized communities? And we've also worked hard to improve the accessibility of the tool, both by completely revamping the user interface, but also by adding new features that automatically translate the software and the models within the software into different languages. So some really major features in this new version. But the most important thing I want to tell you about today is a new announcement we have today, that we are expanding access to LEAP, where LEAP has always been disseminated on the basis of trying to make it as widely available as possible, with a goal of promoting science-based energy, climate mitigation and air pollution abatement policy. In the past, the way we've done that is to make LEAP available free of charge to governments, NGOs and academic organizations in low income and lower middle income countries, and to students worldwide, while charging a license fee to users elsewhere. But with the recent improvements in LEAP, that's really stoked a growth of interest in LEAP among high-income countries, utilities and consulting companies. So that's given us more freedom of maneuver in how we disseminate the tool. So we want to announce today that we're now also making LEAP freely available to governments, NGOs and academic organizations in upper middle income countries and most small island developing states. In particular, we wanted to target small island developing states because they face, unique climate vulnerabilities. So we really felt it was important to make this important tool as accessible as possible to those countries. So with this new policy, we've now expanded access to LEAP for free to an additional 54 countries, so 146 countries in total. The new licensing arrangement is being implemented today. So if you want to visit the LEAP website in the next few hours, you should be able to you'll be able to see that new arrangement is in place. And from the LEAP website, leap.sei.org, eligible parties can apply for free licenses directly from the website. That's all I wanted to say today. Thank you very much, and I'll pass you back to Ulrika now.
Thank you very much, Charlie, and thank you to both you and Shivan for these excellent presentations. We are happy from SCI's side to have these two great tools, which will make important contributions when it comes to combating climate change. And by this, we will wrap up this press briefing. Thank you to all of those who have been listening. And I hope that we will see you soon again. Thank you and goodbye for today.